Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. So recently Tanki actually made changes to every single drone of the game. Some of these changes are good, some of these are bad, but I'm going to go over every single change in today's video. So stay tuned to see the different changes that Tanki made to all the drones. So the very first drone we're taking a look at is going to be the mechanic drone. Now at first I was going to go ahead and just hop into a normal private battle and show you guys all this separately, but I thought it would be a lot more interesting to just hop into games and show you guys while getting some gameplay. So basically what mechanic drone does now is it only takes 10 seconds after using repair to get your repair back. Now this means that this now has a faster repair cooldown than Hyperion, because Hyperion is 13 seconds and this drone used to be 15 seconds, but now it only takes 10 seconds to get your repair back. One downside though, or big change that they made against this drone, is that you can no longer use other supplies to reduce the cooldown of your repair kit. So you can't be using repair kits nearly as often. I'll also let you guys know what I think about these changes for every single drone. So for this drone, honestly, I never used mechanic. I probably have less than an hour played with using this drone. So I don't have all that big of care about changes for this drone. I mean, 10-second cooldown for repair is pretty dang low. But overall, I think the update is pretty good, but I don't use mechanic drone enough to care all that much. But yeah, that's what was changed for mechanic. So the next drone that was changed was the defender drone. Now, just last week, the defender drone actually got buffed in terms of the armor that you can get. So the defender drone got changed in many different ways. So the first change is that you actually get the increased armor perk for an additional 10 seconds. It used to be you only got the defender effect for 30 seconds, but now you get it for 40 seconds. So in the long run, you will be using less double armors. So it's, I guess, more supply efficient now. I mean, having longer double armor makes it so that you don't have to just keep spamming it nearly as often, which is nice. Also, if you don't have this drone upgraded, you get more increased armor at a lower level. So that's also pretty nice. Another big change they made is that you can no longer use 2 supplies at a time. Because how booster drone, defender drone, and trickster used to work is that you could use 1 supply and then use your drone oriented supply directly after. But now in between every single supply, you do have to wait 5 seconds. Now I might as well get this out of the way because this happened to all the drones that have this effect, but using other supplies will no longer decrease the amount of time you have to wait to get your drone ability back. So yeah, waiting 5 seconds in between each supply is kind of annoying now, and it's definitely going to change how effective the drones are by a ton. I don't know, that's going to be hard to determine for the next few days, but I personally don't like this change. I think it's good that they increase the amount of time that you have the effect for, so you don't have to spam the supply nearly as often. One of the big things about using these drones was being able to have that double supply activation, which was honestly a big perk. So all right, next we are on to booster drone, one of my favorite drones in the game. So just like the defender drone, the ability lasts for 40 seconds instead of 30, the increased damage that is. So that's a good thing. Now again, the big downside of this is that you can't use 2 supplies at once. That's going to be the big thing for most of the drones today, especially trickster and double armor and double damage, all that stuff. Another big thing, again, you can't decrease the amount of time that your supply cools down for by using other supplies. Honestly though, this isn't that big of a deal, because by the time your double damage or double armor or double speed runs out, you can instantly use your supplies again. So some of the buffs and changes in the update actually don't really mean all that much. But again, I think using 2 supplies at once was by far one of the greatest strengths of using the 3 drones that give you increased effects. Overall, not a huge fan of the change, but like I said, for the defender drone, not that bad. All right, now we're on to the booster drone. I know for these drones, I kind of sound like a broken record, but for this drone, it's the same as all the other ones. You can't use 2 supplies at once. You're gonna have to wait 5 seconds in between using each supply. However, you do get increased duration of the drone. So overall, you are gonna be using less supplies per drone, at least per defender, booster, and trickster drone over time. You may notice the supplies because 5 supplies of each when you use it is kind of a lot. So when you have each supply for 10 seconds longer, or each boost supply for 10 seconds longer, it actually is pretty good. Over time, I think we'll notice that you're using less supplies. But yeah, now that I've gotten through these 3 drones, they're all kind of similar with the changes that were made. We can get into the other drones. All right, now we're on to the camper's wet dream, the Saboteur drone. So you used to have to wait 30 seconds to get your mines back. Now you only have to wait 20 seconds with fully maxed out drone. And again, all these stats are for fully maxed out drones. If they're not fully maxed out, there are going to be some stat changes. I'll leave the forum or all the changes in the description down below in case you don't have a fully maxed out drone and are wondering about the stat changes for a non-maxed out drone. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about this drone. I don't really use it all that much because it's not that great for an offensive player, but I'm sure a lot of you campers will enjoy the change. You get a full 10 seconds less to place your mines. So yeah, not too much to say about this drone. Let's move on to the next one. All right, now we are on to Hyperion. So what Tanki did with this is that they reduced the reload time for supplies, changed from 10 to 20 seconds to 5 to 15 seconds. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I have no clue what this means. It seems like you get your supplies for basically just as long. It said in the notes that the drone behavior didn't actually change because of the cooldown. It does take 15 seconds to get your repair back now. That is longer than it usually was. It was 13 seconds, but I guess it's 15 seconds now. So maybe mechanic's gonna start looking awfully a lot better. Looks like that was basically the main change, is that it takes 15 seconds to get your repair back when it used to take 13. So obviously that's not a good change. The bonus of Hyperion was that you could get your repair back really fast. Not the best change. And last but not least, we're on to Crisis, the best drone in the game in my opinion. So nothing in the main supplies area was changed. The only thing that was changed was the repair kit cooldown and the mine cooldown. Now the repair kit cooldown is only 25 seconds and the mine repair cooldown is only 25 seconds as well. So basically they kind of buffed this a little bit by letting you get your repair and your mines back 5 seconds faster. So that's pretty good. Good change. Crisis is a little bit better. Honestly, it's not that big a buff for Crisis. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions because the patch notes for the changes were a little bit confusing, but I think I was able to sort everything out correctly. Don't forget to use Creative Tech Taspen in the item shop. Again, questions in the comments. I'll answer all that I can, and I'm sure other people in the comments will as well. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out.